Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah today we want to look at general angles, under which we are going to look at quadrants. Now, the Cartesian axis OX and OY divide the plane into four quadrants. That is, the first, second, third, and the fourth quadrants as shown below. Is that clear? As shown below. So it means that the quadrant is in anti-clockwise direction. Is that clear? So it is usual practice to give angles as positive for an anti-clockwise rotation and negative for a clockwise rotation. Now look at the positive. From X to P is positive. That is the anti-clockwise. But from X to P, one here, down here, is negative. That is the clockwise. So it is positive in anti-clockwise and negative in in clockwise. Now look at the other one. Look at the other figure, where you have 0 degrees, 90 degrees, that is anti-clockwise, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and back to 360 degrees. Is that clear? That is, so from 0 to 90 is the first quadrant in positive. Is that clear? That is in positive. Therefore, from 90 to 180 is the second quadrant. From 180 to 270 degrees is the third quadrant, where 270 degrees to 360 degrees is the fourth quadrant. That is to the negative. Now, Now, let us from this figure, let us generalize what we can see there. What we can see, that is the summary of what we can learn from this figure above. The radius will be in the first quadrant if 0 degrees is less than theta and theta is less than 90 degrees. If the angle is less than 90 degrees, then it will be in the first quadrant. So, the radius, the second one, the radius is in second quadrant if 90 degrees is less than theta is less than 180 degrees. Is that clear? So it means that it will be in third quadrant if theta is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. The radius will be in the third quadrant if 180 degrees is less than theta and theta is less than 270 degrees. So it will be in third quadrant when angle theta is greater than 180 degrees but less than 270 degrees. The fourth one. The radius is in fourth quadrant if 270 degrees is less than theta and theta is less than 360 degrees. It means that it will be a fourth quadrant if theta is greater than 270 degrees but less than 360 degrees. Are we together? Now, for us to understand this very well, let us look at some examples. It is this example that will make us to understand it better. Now, let us look at example 3. In which quadrant does 403 degrees B 520 degrees lies? In which quadrant does this angle lies? Now, A, that is 403 degrees. 403 degrees. So what we are going to do here is that we had 43 degrees to what? To 360 degrees. Please, this is a typographical error. This is a typographical error. Is 360 degrees plus 43 degrees. That is, what are you going to add to 360 degrees that will give you 403 degrees? So it's 43 degrees, not 430 degrees. Is that clear? It's a typographical error. Are we together? Now, so it is 43 degrees. So it is what you are going to add to 360 degrees to give you 403 degrees is the angle. Is that clear? So therefore 43 degrees is positive in the first quadrant. Is that clear? So the angle 403 degrees will be in what? In first quadrant. So if it rotates like that from 0 to 90, from 90 to 180, from 180 to 270, from 270 to 360, from 360, when you add 43 to it, is that clear? It will still give you 403. So it means that it lies in the first quadrant here. Are we together? Now, let us look at the second one. 500 and what? 520 degrees. Now, what are you going to add to 360 that will give you 520 degrees? Is 160 degrees. Is that clear? It's 160 degrees. So if it rotates like that, is that clear? From 0 to 90, from 90 to 180, from 180 to 260, 270, from 270 to 360, then from 360, when you add 160 to it, is that clear? It means that 160 will fall in the second quadrant. It will fall in the what? In the second quadrant. Are we together? Are we together? So, now let us move on. Let's look at example 4. Find the acute that is equivalent to each of the following. Find the acute that equivalent to each of the following angles. The first one is minus 380 degrees. The second one is 390 degrees, while the fourth one is minus 410 degrees. Now, solution. Now, what are we going to subtract? Because it is negative here, because minus 380 degrees is in negative, so both of them should be in negative. So it will be minus 380 degrees will be equal to minus 360 degrees minus 2 minus 20 degrees. Is a typographical error. It's not 360, but minus 360. So when you add the two together, it will give you what? It will give you 20 degrees. Is that clear? So what are you going to add to 360 minus 360 degrees? That will give you minus 380 degrees. It's minus 20 degrees. So the angle is minus 20 degrees. So and is the acute angle. That is minus 20 degrees. That is in the negative aspect. Now another one is plus 390 degrees. What are you going to add to 360 degrees that will give you 390 degrees? That is the positive. Is that clear? It means that it's 30 degrees, not minus 30 degrees. It's 30 degrees. So 30 degrees is the acute angle. Therefore, the last one is minus 410. So you add minus 360 minus 50, it will give us minus 410. So what have you added to minus 360 degrees? That is in the negative. Is that clear? Is that clear? That is in clockwise direction. That is minus 50 degrees. Is that clear? So that is that about that. Are we together? So it's very simple. Is that clear? So try as much as possible to look at your new general mathematics and then mathematics. You will find more of these questions under it. And I think that by solving all these things, you will be able to tackle any question that comes under this topic in any of the questions that you might see. So may Allah give you a high retentive memory and continue to be with each and every one of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.